anybody put up with that. Really don't. That would just, it's tough. Well, here we are. We're live.
How's that? Could you hear me?
A little bit, but I'm not worried about that right now. Does that say on or off? I'm pretty sure that's the way it's supposed to be.
Yes, it says on.
What am I hearing?
Is it me?
I don't know. Hey, backseaters, we're trying to figure out our radio complement because we always got to go. We got to go to our earbuds to respect St. Paul's encryption. So we are managing some of it. We obviously don't have to leave it encrypted when we're not transmitting, but when we're transmitting, we need to. So give us a minute to work this out.
We are getting there.
Happens in this, there's so many active Bluetooth things in our car. That's one of the problems. You got to turn all your Bluetooth off.
Oh, I'll make sure mine's off.
Because it continues to log on to other settings. University and Rice Street. We're going to pull over a minute. We're going to shut the Bluetooth off on a couple phones. Shut the Wi-Fi off too on some others. A lot of technology out in this car, but here's the thing. I was thinking about this today, folks. This is important. There's no artificial production here. It's all genuine, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, no, you got to think about that. I was watching Jurassic Park last night, a couple of them, and thinking about how amazing the special effects were before they had AI, right? And now they got AI. Can you imagine where we're going with special effects next?
Yeah, really.
It's almost hard to believe. So, all right, I'm hooked up now. I just don't. I hope someone doesn't, Pat Scott doesn't steal my Bluetooth.
Never.
So, let's just face it. Everybody looks at those reels on their phone, right?
Oh yeah. Myself included.
Yeah, and what percentage of those are artificially created?
No way to know.
Well, what would you guess?
Oh gosh.
Half?
We're probably up to half now.
Half. Well, there's hundreds and thousands of them, right? And your phone keeps feeding you the ones it thinks you'll like best.
Mm-hmm.
But let's just face it, folks. This AI is okay, it's fun and cool, but it's not reality anymore.
No.
So you need to tell your friends, if you want reality TV, to watch Live on Patrol.
Absolutely.
Reality TV. I was thinking the the thing about it is, here's the thing: we're producing reality TV with artificial intelligence in the car. Right? I mean,
Oh, I think you're very reality intelligence.
we are. It's raining, Pat. It's raining.
Yes, it is.
So we got all St. Paul frequencies in our ear. We have several others that you'll hear in the car. I don't know if you got State Patrol East. Pat was saying there was a State Patrol officer that needed help earlier tonight. He was listening on State Patrol frequency.
St. Paul and other troopers got there to help him.
I guess I got to leave the wipers on one notch.
Yeah, I think so.
4383 down. Not sure if you guys need any other tools to help.
What are we hearing there? Is that? Is this one on? We gotta pull over for a minute because I'm hearing some. Maybe it's just our regular county radios. I don't recognize that number. All right. Well, we're gonna assume. We're gonna assume it's okay. No, that wasn't. I don't know. The problem, Pat, is when you hear it in your ear, you're not sure where it's coming from.
Exactly.
Too. That's the other issue.
That's
That's county.
Yep.
There's not tango.
So
I got it.
we need a dashboard of different color lights: green, red, pink, blue, depending on who's talking.
It is drizzling out, which is going to affect the picture here.
Is that something that's been vibrating earlier before you got in? I apologize.
That's behind.
Well, we got to fix that. What is it?
Pull over, I'll figure it out.
Might be some of that $12,000 worth of equipment you got back there. I'll try to find a spot where you're not going to get your feet wet, Pat.
God bless you.
We got Nicole and Ashley out here tonight. I'm not sure about Sarah, but Deputy Joe Kill, star of. You got enough space there?
Go ahead.
Oh, I bet you it's those handcuffs.
There is a fridge back in the back bedroom where
There you go. We don't want you to hear any clanging when you're following along with us. It's been a busy day today, folks. I worked days today too, and we had a stolen car. Darren McDonald found a stolen car that was down at the leaving the Salvation Army.
We've been looking for that car all week.
Yeah, I haven't been as involved as you guys, but so Thomas and I and Kill are at Reed's having lunch. Well, we ordered lunch. We got our doctor, we got our Diet Cokes. We ordered steak bites because there's a modified menu there during the state fair. We ordered steak bites, medium, with some fries.
During the hockey tournament, even?
Yeah. And so as soon as we order and she leaves, Darren gets on the radio. Of course, Salvation Army's not too far from Reed's, right?
Mm-hmm.
These roads are terrible. Look at this road, they're getting worse. So we hop out, the place is packed, people are watching, 3 cops run out the door, tell the waitress we'll be back, okay?
Yep.
So we help Darren, car turns on Jefferson, pulls over, and we block it in. Actually, it was on Osceola, Jefferson to Osceola. And then we blocked it in on Osceola. Tang was there as well, and Marco Barton, Darren. They took the arrest of the 2 people.
Awesome.
We went back to Reed's.
And you got your steak bites?
They had just been delivered like 2 minutes before
Perfect.
to an empty booth. The funny thing is, I told this waitress that
4383.
and if you hear me pause once in a while, folks, it's because we're hearing calls in our ears here. That's a
So
loud
just a
one.
situation update. Resident is on the house. She's safe. There's a room that's barricaded with a fridge. We're not getting rid.
Anyhow, I told one of the waitresses we were coming back, but when we got back, she said, "Oh, I forgot to tell your waitress." Well, at least we were back. We were thinking they could have kept the food warm. All was well.
Yeah, I listened to it go down. It went,
Well, that was
went
number
really well.
one. Then, about an hour later, I think Ben Seidel spotted it first. There's another stolen car that they've been looking for that they had video from the guys stealing it in the morning.
No, that was a different one.
No, they had the video.
This one, it got stolen 10 minutes before he found it.
Maybe it was just 10 minutes. I'm not sure. But anyhow, they had posted video on our thread.
Okay.
I was assuming it was earlier than that. But yes, someone, I think Kyle Williams got a hold of the video. Unless you know better, because it was on the thread, the two guys breaking into the car, stealing it. Seidel spots it over on the east side. The entire CAT team is on it. And, well, to say that it was vehicle intervention technique was exercised at York and Burr. And two young suspects brought into custody. Sadly, the driver was 14 years old.
Unreal.
14 years old. They both admitted what they had done. But great work.
Yeah, I posted that on the stolen vehicle page.
Yep.
Stolen car page.
Yep.
At 2:10 is when the citizen called in saying that they were breaking into a car.
Okay.
At 2:20,
Okay.
you guys got it fitted.
Okay. Well, Kyle must have got the video from the
He
owner.
got it fast.
From the owner. He called the owner. Because even after it was vitted, the stolen had not been taken yet. So,
No, yeah. They were in custody before the report was taken.
Yeah.
Now that's good work.
Yeah, that was. So that was busy. And then later in the day, we went up to 444 West Maryland, the busiest call intersection, and there was a call from a citizen about people selling drugs, and we didn't catch any drugs, but we identified 4 people out there that we suspect are selling drugs.
Excellent.
So, how to get this windshield clean? This is always tough weather to.
Yeah.
You see that?
It just stays a little streak there.
It's raining a lot. Sorry about that. But the thing about our reality TV versus artificial TV, and I'm using the term artificial TV even though really what it is artificial intelligence creating artificial videos. But unfortunately, artificial videos are going to turn into artificial TV. In fact, they're going to bring back actors that are dead. Did you know that?
I've heard that.
That's a scary thought.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they bring us back when we're dead. That would be kind of cool. I guess it all depends on the definition of cool.
Yeah, there ought to be a requirement that if you post a video that's AI, that you say that it's AI. I mean, too many people are posting AI videos and pretending that it's a real incident.
Right. Well, and where it's really confusing is when AI images are endorsing products or people. You know, because you can't tell if that person's really endorsing them.
Right.
Some of the first ones were when the newscasters were doing that. You just thought, is that really who it says it is?
Mm-hmm.
I just think there's something nice about reality versus, and the other thing is we don't spend any time talking about what else is repeated in the regular news day after day after day.
Right.
So, give you a little fresh perspective of how many streetlights are out on Payne Avenue. Every time I turn down the street, I get concerned.
Yes,
Very frustrating.
Really need to, if you live in a city on the east side, call the mayor's office and tell them this is a top priority.
About 8197.
Unacceptable.
It was-
8197.
when they fixed them all, that was really nice. I don't think any of them are working.
I haven't seen
Telling
one
you,
yet.
the answer is solar. Put a solar cap on top. Doesn't have to be that bright. Well, here's 4 that are working. They're nice. They're beautiful lights. Just gorgeous lights. Make the town feel historic and elegant. How we doing on the image? Is it decent? It's hard to
Yeah,
see.
it is.
We should, what we might have to do is, we might have to take a look at the weather report. See, right now it's not, there's no rain. We're over here on the east side. Some would say the best side. At least
Indeed.
the east siders. It's not raining.
No, we're going to have rain. Looks like we're going to have rain off and on all night.
All over the city.
Yep. And tomorrow. Maybe snow on Thursday and Friday and Saturday and Sunday.
Our friends,
next
by
week.
the way, our friends Dick and Kelly met us before we started to get us some gift cards.
Unbelievable.
Thank you a million times for your kindness. We were out of them. I had some kids today. I was out today. You have any gift cards? I said no, but I might have some tonight because they called and said they had some, but I never hooked up with them. I said, I'll check with me at 10:30. He said, we'll be at Sunray. Okay, Sunray it is.
Nice.
Listen, we'll meet you at Sunray, 10:30. Congratulations to Minnetonka. Just won the first semifinal hockey game. But another congratulations to Rosemont. Turns out Rosemont has not won the tournament. They were finished second place in 1992.
Yeah.
But it was overtime.
Hmm.
They were ahead of Minnetonka pretty much the whole game until it was tied, and then they lost in overtime. But I really got to say that
4383.
they played great. Their goalie was amazing.
4383.
Oh, we got to go around that one. That's the big one.
We're going to be a minute here for a drone.
So
Going in.
enormous.
Medics can clear for now. We'll call them after their
So
Copy.
great game. I went to the games. I went to all 4 games yesterday.
Oh, nice.
The day off, went to the Minnesota high school games, and all the games were great. Of course, you try to root for some of those northern teams that come down to the cities.
Mm-hmm.
Grand Rapids, whenever they're here, it's kind of fun.
They got some really good teams up there.
Yeah, they went into overtime yesterday against Rosemont. Rosemont's not really a metro team either, so they. And of course, I have to say that Edina's playing this next game tonight, and I'm guessing it'll be Edina and Minnetonka in the state final. But so yesterday in the Edina game, I've never seen. I've been watching hockey since I don't know, since 1962. Johnson and International Falls played.
5183.
But last night in the Edina game, of their players, their left wing, I think, Cody McConnell, scored 3 goals in the first period. Not just a regular hat trick, a pure hat trick. 3 goals in a row before anybody else scored. Same kid.
Wow.
And then, of course, they went on to win last night's game. But that kid was a sniper.
That's impressive.
Snipe. So, congratulations to Dinah. Of course, I'm not saying that majority of the fans were rooting for Edina in this in the stands, but congratulations to them. I mean, they've won this tournament many years.
Well, that was my first year of high school, so all I got to say is go Hornets.
Go Hornets. Go Hornets. Yeah, that's a good team. Well coached, Coach Giles. I mean, it's just a very cool. Well, but the thing about Edina, when all my kids played hockey, whenever we played them, we would have like one Bantam team or something, and they would have 4 to 6 Bantam teams. They had so many kids playing hockey out at Braemar out there.
Oh yeah,
Braemar Arena, and just a massive organization. So.
180, 95, 81, 90.
I did read in reading the program. They beat Andover, of course, the Andover Huskies last night. The coach of Andover was a pilot. I care about pilots because Bobby's a pilot.
of course.
He was a pilot on Air Force One.
Really?
Isn't that cool?
That's very cool.
The Andover coach was a pilot on Air Force One and flew Clinton and Bush around. I like to meet that guy because I like to know how you go from a pilot on Air Force One to coaching a high school hockey team.
Yeah, really.
That's an interesting story.
Yeah, that's an interesting segue.
What do we got here? We got, looks like the fire department is. Let's find out. What do we got? What do we got, Chief?
Sheriff.
What do we got? Anything?
Hey, Sheriff, how's it going?
A medical or what?
Yeah, just medical.
Medical? All right.
Out running the streets tonight?
We are. Appreciate you guys.
All right, well,
Thanks for all your work.
appreciate it. You guys be safe,
Thanks
okay?
for all your work. Thank you.
All right, you
Have a
take
good
care.
one. We'll catch
Have
you
a good
later.
one, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Now, were you able to hear that coming out mine?
No, I didn't hear it in mine either. Something happened?
Nothing big, I don't think. Hang on a second.
My Bluetooth might have a tendency to disconnect.
Okay, I'm going to mute for a second.
Yep.
We are back.
No rain on the east side. Not a mist though. Are you hearing anything or not?
Yeah.
What channel?
3.
Here we go. Should go ahead and tell them about that call. Don't give them the exact address, but that must have been 308, right?
Yep. There was a call for a man laying down with a large knife laying next to him, and he was asleep. But they determined absolutely no crime had been committed, fortunately, and he had not threatened anybody with it.
You know, on that matter, there is a fair number of people that sleep with a knife under their bed.
There actually are.
Yeah, I know that for a fact.
And baseball bats.
Yeah, baseball bats. There's people that don't want to have a gun in their house. You know, they have something there.
Sure.
Mace is becoming more popular too.
Mm-hmm.
Not actually opposed to mace. Spray away, and even if it's on you, the attacker's going to leave you alone.
Right. And by the way, I've got to say this. I've always got to let people know this when I see it get posted.
Okay, go ahead.
Do not substitute wasp spray for any kind of pepper spray or mace. It is nowhere near as effective.
Hang on.
Caller's vehicle was taken from the lot 10 minutes ago. It was left running. It's going to be Minnesota plate Kilo November Sierra 097 on a 2014 gray Subaru Forester.
Just had
No
a
suspect info, no direction of travel.
stolen car 10 minutes ago. Pat's going to give you the description here off of McKnight Road, or White Bear, off of White Bear.
It is a gray 2014 Subaru Forester, which is a smaller SUV. Gray in color. The plate is KNS 097. Kilo November Sierra 097.
Where was it taken?
Taken from the Chipotle up at Cope and White Bear Avenue, right off of Highway 36.
Well, that one's going to head into St. Paul. If fate is what it normally is. Give me the plates again there.
KNS
Yep.
097.
What kind of car?
Subaru Forester.
Forester.
Small SUV.
All right, be on the lookout, you sleuthy backseaters. 097.
I'll have that Maplewood still in the flush.
Excellent.
Thanks so much. Well, I've had a few Chipotles in my day there, but lately I go up to the one
8197 traffic.
on County Road D.
8197.
950 County Road D, Minnesota license plate. Tom, Nora, David, 491.
It's a Ford Escape.
Say B boy or D David.
It's one of our cars going up.
D,
We're going
David.
to have to pull over and get the stop sticks out of the back.
We got to catch up to this gray SUV to the right.
I don't think that was it.
You don't think so? Okay.
No, I don't.
All right. I didn't catch it till the tail end.
But we got to get our stuff. What's that one there?
Nope. Definitely no.
They're a little boxier, these Subaru Foresters, right?
Yeah, they are. And that happened since 9:30 tonight.
Well, we're going to find that one. Got to get the stop sticks out of the back, though. I'll pull over here in a minute and grab them after we check these southbound cars. Did they say that they left the car running?
Yes.
Don't do that, folks.
You know, you're still a victim. Nobody has a right to steal your car, even if you leave it running. But why make it easy? And that can be devastating to lose your vehicle. Can't take your kids to school. You can't go to the grocery store.
Life-changing.
Absolutely.
Totally life-changing for a lot of people. So on Wednesday this week, I was up at the Capitol with 80 sheriffs from around Minnesota, meeting with different legislators. It's good to see those guys from all over the state come down, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Every part of Minnesota's got different issues. Of sheriffs that have, I would say, I think there was 25. Just checking these plates if you're wondering why I'm driving like a milk truck. Number of sheriffs that are retiring. I think about, I don't know, a third of the sheriffs are retiring. So they took a picture. Just want you to know I am not in it because I'm not retiring.
There you go.
There you go.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
A lot of good people up to Kelly Lake from Carleton County. Great sheriff up there. Sean Derringer from Wright County. He's retiring.
That's what we're looking for.
Perfect. If you're up there in Cass County, please say hi to my Sheriff Brian Welk, my friend Brian Welk. Great seeing him. Yeah, those are the two areas that I frequent in Minnesota the most. Well, not two, but if you're going on vacation to Brainerd, Baxter, Grandview Lodge, anywhere up there, Cross Lake, Gull Lake, you're going to Crow Wing County and Cass County. Sheriff Klang, Sheriff Welk, some great people.
I've always liked Crow Wing County deputies. They're a sharp outfit.
44 for 77. We should be good down here.
87, if you're wondering how many there are 87 sheriffs because there are 87 counties in Minnesota. Sheriff Joe Lico from Dakota County was there. It was good to see him. Dwana Witt was there. Yeah, all of our locals were there. The sheriffs from outstate have a longer way to drive, obviously.
Yeah.
Kevin Torgerson, I think it's Torgerson from Rochester, Homestead County. Really one of the... Ruth and Fremont's probably down there by the problem property down there. We're going to head down there in a minute as soon as we don't find this stolen. But just one of the most professional sheriffs that I've run across from Olmsted County. Plus, he's really one of the leaders in Law Enforcement Memorial Association, Lima. He's retiring too. Sad to see that. Everybody's got plans. Well, technically, I retired for 4 years. Right?
Yep.
When I was off. So I have an excuse for not I'm rejuvenated from that time off, right?
There you go. It's like I got rejuvenated from my 10 years off.
There you go. There you go. So we brought our rejuvenation together with our wisdom.
There you go.
Back to the table.
41 interior drug watch.
Pat, I just wanted you to know, it's like,
Copy.
I know we're not, I know we're just partners, but when you're always on the phone texting someone, it can be hurtful.
I'm adding the stolen to the stolen auto page.
okay.
It's all business, boss. All business. And I'm definitely paying attention.
We just need your humor. Stolen car, Chipotle, Maplewood. We're gonna see that one again.
Yeah, somebody's going to find that one tonight.
Is it hard, Pat, when I'm driving past the Sherwood twice?
No, I'm just fine.
You're okay. Pat's favorite place, you backseaters. Is your one.
2365 Tango.
I do have a lot of friends there.
It's like sort of like the movie.
I'll be heading to a secondary location.
Sort of like the TV show Cheers.
4035
Everybody
Street.
knows your name.
Apartment 219.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the time I walk in the door and everybody goes, Pat!
You know. I think they should offer you a job there, bartending. Now, I think that would be a big draw. I think a lot of people would come to the Sherwood. Pat was the bartender, like one night a week. Just one night, Pat night. Why are you laughing? Don't you think that'd be cool?
I think it'd be fun.
Well, yeah, and I don't know how many drinks you know how to mix, but my guess is enough.
Enough.
You could just have Pat Special. What would Pat Special be?
Let's see. Probably a shot of tequila. A nice, easy one.
Okay. No, like Captain and Coke? Nothing like that?
Well, that'd be okay,
that's
too.
Kill's Special.
Okay.
Captain Coke.
All right, all caught up on the auto theft page now.
Hey, if you live in St. Anthony Park, which we hardly get any crime out there, I just want you to be alert and let your neighbors know. Along Como Avenue there, we have had an uptick in stolens. We rarely get some, but the last 2 months, we've had some stolens on our side of the city. 280 is kind of the border there. And we've had some stolens from Minneapolis side. And some of them are crossing back and forth. Our stolens end up over there in
Might not be the
Minneapolis.
site at Amber Union. Can you have a
And sometimes when they come back, they take Como. But a little uptick, St. Anthony Park. St. Anthony Park.
Sir Roseville Project, Mrs. St. Anthony, Amber Union Apartment,
Como,
1657 Snelling North on the
Cleveland,
first
and
floor.
280.
Emails were attacked by 3 males.
Yeah, we had 2 stolen last night
181.
within about 3 blocks of each other on Como Avenue.
We always like to pick out some trends, let you know what we're seeing.
Mm-hmm.
But having said that, our auto theft, I saw the post that was on the Crime Watch page about Minneapolis's auto thefts. Did you see that?
I'm not sure which.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Oh, the
About the numbers in January and February of Minneapolis's auto thefts?
what? 1,054? Was that it?
Yes.
Oh my God!
Yeah. And we're under 200, I think.
6920. Can you merge the fight
And that's
and the 911?
over 500 a month.
Whoa.
Officers are working on clearing the remainder of that room. In person, the drone got stuck.
Copy, we are still holding this on at 2159.
See an article about these drones being used for first responders. You see that on the mainstream news? I don't know if you can pull it up on your phone. I think it's kind of interesting. I think Blyden put it up there.
Info for Roseville, we are pending medical.
On the sheriff's page?
Bravo, 72 Mount
Mainstream news page.
Oh, okay.
53 maximum advice.
Thank you.
5313, you can clear this unspotted.
I'm not a huge believer in it yet, but I like to explore the possibilities. I mean, yes, would drones be great to respond, but problem with the drone first responder thing is you have to have places for them to launch. Minnesota has several months that snow would incapacitate you, and then the last piece is the batteries on these drones.
20 our caller is advising that the male's left on foot and she's no longer seeing
Still
either of those
only lasts
either.
for about half hour. Once they get the power and the battery problem.
Suspect up left on foot.
Where's that at, Pat? I think 92, I think they're
No
white.
direction of travel given for the
White bear.
male suspect. Only description, black male wearing a green and gray hoodie. Second was a light skinned male wearing dark colors. And third was just a dark skinned male, unknown clothing.
White bear?
Right there.
Copy.
I think it's 9, I think it's a 9 car.
I'll buy coffee for whoever finds that Subaru.
Maybe it's a fight, huh? That's the only thing that makes sense.
Suspect 4477 on County Central.
No.
Not much of an incentive.
Well, I'm gonna find it and I'll buy myself some.
Is there a white bear car there? 9,000?
Maple Lake
Good, we said dinner.
4477 on County Central.
Does anybody check and see if it hits like any cameras on White
69 maybe?
Yeah, it could be.
Maybe get a direction.
69 instead of a...
They might not.
Yeah, I did nothing.
Are they chasing somebody on foot?
Doesn't say it.
5183 Roseville, what's right?
But it sounds like the description's one light skinned and one dark skinned. Isn't that what they put out?
Yeah, but they were chasing somebody. It's a big county, folks. We're listening to all these different frequencies, but we primarily try to listen to the stuff we're close to. Could have been 69. Are they out on something? I mean, that car is there a call?
Yeah, that's the
Fight?
4477 on Central.
Where was it at?
1667.
4477.
Okay.
Can you
Snelling
head
and-
to Chipotle
Snelling and
03
Larpenteur,
White Bear
folks,
out
gotta-
for a motor vehicle theft. Colored vehicle was taken from the lot with the keys inside. No suspect description. Unknown direction of travel.
Was that the Subaru?
Copy from the beginning.
I guess so.
10-3.
I thought they dispatched it earlier.
No, they aired the info,
Okay.
but hadn't dispatched it.
Can't wait till summer. Driving around with the windows open,
Mm-hmm.
short sleeve shirts.
Oh yeah. Most definitely.
Is it the Eastern Flex building?
Looks like the phones are plotting from the east building.
Okay.
Copy.
Let's key up that one for Ruth and Old Hudson.
224.
'Cause that's where we're at.
They just dispatched it?
No, it's been out for a while. 363.
Oh, that's the 363 is on Bush.
Yeah, he just got assigned to this call, I think. But there's any others. Whatever 378's on. We're over here at the transit station. There was an issue here earlier, a little conflict. Started at the rec center.
4477 out.
Copy.
Ruth and Fremont.
Yeah. Open his call.
This is a totally different setup than I have. Okay, there it is.
4041, we're making our try the back room right now.
Copy.
Are you playing with that computer? Just go back to calls. Go to Ruth and Fremont. I never have success going to the individual. Just hit calls. And this, where are those East cars at?
North St. Paul Squad
There we go.
3938, 3937 on County Central.
All right, read me that from the bottom.
Male juvenile running, screaming for help with adult
Loud music.
male following
Arrow Street.
on foot, headed towards the Walgreens from Ruth and Old Hudson. Asian male 20s wearing white t-shirt and black shorts is one of them.
Suspect or victim?
Don't know. Well, that's probably going to be the suspect.
Squad's got to be right up here. Where did the call originate from, Pat?
From the PD.
I believe Ruth and Fremont. Last seen southbound on Ruth is where it started off. Last seen headed towards Walgreens from Ruth and Old Hudson. So he got down to Old Hudson and then went west.
Well, we're in agreement that Walgreens is a long ways away, a half mile, right? That
Yes.
Walgreens?
Yes.
That's very strange.
So it started here at 9:45 though. So they've had 25 minutes.
All right.
They just spoke to the front desk. They also received a call with someone yelling for help. Unknown what room. Ready to be checking.
The juvenile's wearing a white shirt. The adult is wearing a black jacket and a blue cap.
Okay.
Have you sent me contact us? Unit 219.
Sounds like it's related to the other call, too, because she asked him, should we append your call?
5184. We've got a female calling in, screaming, help me. She's not advising the TC what's going on. Just said that he took everything and she's in room 205.
Well, let's go to, should we go to that domestic?
Sure.
There we go, let's go to that domestic. We'll see what happens. We got domestic up on Maryland, folks. So we're gonna zoom up White Bear to Maryland. See if we can get in on that.
Hold on. Clear.
We'll scroll to the clear St. Anthony, they're still out. Myself, 81 and 82 will replace the spot. That's 106.
Supposedly did put his hands on her.
Physical, refusing to leave.
4 and 13.
Third floor apartment.
Yeah, I don't know if we can get into that place. Well, we can't get into the back. But one of the reasons we head there is the suspect might be leaving on foot or in a car, and St. Paul will probably beat us there, I'm guessing, right?
Yep. They should.
Here we are. Oh, second caller. Male half is screaming for help.
Update for the 911 at 116.
So now we're not sure who's the victim.
Right.
Maybe both have called.
No telling.
We've taken both to jail a few times. Right?
Yes, we have.
You know, if you're in a fight, domestic assault, you can go to jail for domestic assault. Usually what happens is someone hits someone and then it calms down and the other person hits that person. Well, those two separate incidents. Or disorderly conduct for both of you. Especially if you get struck, but you don't call the police, and then an hour later, you're intoxicated and strike your partner. Been to a few of those.
444.
But domestic assault is
Myself and
not a
will be
good.
clear. We can check
It's
the
nothing to
911
mess
pending.
with. I mean, the truth of the matter is, a lot of
Clear
people,
right.
a lot of people get killed because. But oh yeah, sorry. I'm talking too much. I'm just gonna sneak in the back way area. I'm going around this little shortcut. Did you notice the shortcut I
I
took?
like the way you did that.
Yeah, because the other cars were taking a left.
That's because you know your way around
yeah,
this town.
Shortcut. It's a long cut, but it's faster.
Oh.
4477.
And that's where the gate
What's-
number.
6603.
What's the red Mazda for?
I didn't catch that.
It's in our ear, one in there. Different dispatcher, but. Alright, so we are at the domestic. Sounds like two parties have called.
These,
I don't think this has 4 floors. Were there cops in there or were there?
3 floors.
Huh?
It's on the 3rd floor.
Okay.
Didn't see any cops.
I think I might have saw a squad back here.
Oh, yeah. Yep. They are on scene.
Okay. You got your pet special with you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Let's see what. Didn't we see some people in here a minute ago?
Sure did.
Okay. I'm gonna sit here for a minute just to see if we get. Is there an update on this one here at all?
The male has been trying to get his things.
Oh, male's gonna get his things to leave.
Medics have been declined.
This is the tough thing about police work, folks. There is a threshold there. If there is an assault or marks that the male's going to jail either way, but you don't have all the information. What are you looking for? Oh, just make sure I don't run into something. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Always looking out for each other.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like things have stabilized. I'm going to grab a couple things out of the back here in anticipation of us going in.
The mute for a second here.
Yeah.
Okay, there they are. Oh, don't forget the stop sticks.
Yeah. Call us if you need us.
Which one did you just grab? Six shot tank light copy. Hey, Rob.
Yeah, that is a problem. They can't get in either. You gotta get someone to buzz you in on this one.
Mm-hmm.
This particular stick is a slow stick, not a stop stick.
Which one did you just grab?
Still looking for that stolen Forester. Top priority.
Yep. And Nicole offered coffee to whoever finds it.
Yeah, that's pretty.
I think she
weak,
needs
though.
to up the ante a
Up
little
the
bit.
ante there a little bit. Jesus, Nicole. Coffee. Well, the thing about coffee is, based upon what I see at Starbucks, that's at least $10, right?
Yeah, that's true. Good point.
So, we're on a domestic here. We're more than glad to go in. Sounds like there was some mediation going on. So we're going to stay here just for a minute to see if the St. Paul officers need our assistance. There's two of them in there, right?
Yep.
And of course, if the call had said they're still fighting, etc., rather than he's getting his things, preparing to leave, we would have rushed in there with them. It's 373. Yeah, he just asked when the call.
Oh, that was him?
I think so. I think he's trying to figure out.
There's an earlier call here.
How recent? No, I wanted to know when it came out. I don't know. What was the time of the original?
5 after 10.
Male is afraid to leave his belongings. Is that what that says?
Mhm.
Second line?
Yes.
2166, so we'll play 2164.
What else can we report, Pat, while we're waiting here to see what happens to this call? Is that another car? Spud? Or not?
I think so.
One of ours?
I can't tell.
It's not like you to get caught by surprise, Pat. Third officer heads in to check on that domestic.
There are a lot of pending calls.
What do we got? What do we got that we can go to?
Well, let's see here. Hang up.
Check out those boots.
They're made for walking. Nothing
Let me peek
major.
at this for just a minute.
Sure. Oh, there's a DOC that just popped at the Grand Casino Arena.
Well, they got 25 cops down there. It's a tournament. They should really handle it. Let's just see what that got. Somebody down at the arena, outside near the intersection of 7th and 5th, near gate 3, refusing to leave. Subject wearing a bunch of jackets, plaid pants. Does that say a bunch of jackets?
A bunch of jackets.
Oh, 373, very code 4, but he didn't finish his statement, right?
Nope.
Oh,
Okay then.
well, the male had left. Here's the situation. The male had left, at least we think he left, but I don't know because we were there pretty fast.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see a guy carrying his belongings out. But when they got to the door, the female slammed the door in their face. Said, "We don't need you," right?
Yep.
So there you have it. Two parties call. We think there's a fight, maybe a fight. We don't know. You get there, they slam the door in your face. Says the male left. I'm not even sure that's, true. But this is the problem. This is the thing that's hard about this job, is interpreting the facts
Mm-hmm.
that you have there in front of you. Interpreting the facts. I don't know.
There's a lot of nuance involved.
Yeah, and it's easier to interpret these nuances the more experience you have,
Oh, for sure.
because you've probably been through the exact same thing once before.
Wild are up
What do we
3-0
got on
in
Ross
Las
Avenue
Vegas.
there, buddy? Ross.
Okay.
Ross.
Hang on. What was the plate on that Subaru, real quick?
079 was the end.
Okay. That wasn't it then.
But you know that Ross and Frank is where those stolens are all coming from.
Mhm.
There was another one down there today, but this is a domestic or something going on down
Did they dispatch it?
there. Yep. 1073 Ross, which is $10.77 Ross, 9
911 hang up at open line. Can hear things bashing around.
Okay. 2 squads on the way?
Yes.
Okay.
They can't call back because it's a 911 only phone.
Anyhow, we've had several stolen.
3704 Midland, 1 caller, 1 shot north of the address, possible shotgun.
3700 Midland, shots fired.
And then there was a call down there today for they thought a guy had gotten out of a car with a gun. Or a kid had gotten out of a car with a gun.
Exactly.
2365
Probably our suspect. When he bailed on Billy Thurmer, he ran up to 7th and then he cut back south to Ross. Right to Ross and Frank. So.
And he stole the car right off that block.
Yeah, and then drove by 3 times. I'm gonna run down to, since there's 2 cars going to that loud noise, I'm gonna run down to Sunray and see if I can hook up with these young kids that I promised I'd stop by. So I just want you to know that we have just passed the threshold. 3 to 7 Mariah, hit and run. We have just passed the 6-month threshold until the state fair.
That soon again.
175 days till the Minnesota State Fair, folks.
Wow.
175 days till the Minnesota State Fair.
We got the county fair coming up before that.
Well, yes, I forgot to mention that. County fair coming up in July.
How many years have they not been doing it?
4 right for the back.
Oh boy, I don't know. Since COVID for sure.
So welcome back to the Ramsey County Fair. It's a really good county fair.
I wrote a song about it.
You did.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait.
Well, yeah, I used AI. I said, write me a song about our county fair. Hang on. Oh, now the woman up there on Maryland saying she lied, I think. Anyhow, it goes like this. Our county fair is a great county fair. Don't miss it. Don't even be late. That's the problem with AI. It borrows stuff from real life.
You're very artistic.
There we go. That's probably the guy we're looking for. Eastbound 94 between Ruth. Was Ruth and McKnight? Did you hear that one?
I think so.
City.
313.
On eastbound 94 between Ruth and McKnight.
5313.
Well, we got a person on the freeway, which is probably the same person that was being chased before. We can't get on the freeway there, though, can we?
I don't. Not anymore. I don't think we can. Used to be able to.
Yeah, way back.
Copy.
Okay. Well, we're going to go down here. We're looking for a guy running on the highway. We've had people chasing each other.
Well, it says he's going eastbound, but it doesn't say if it's in the eastbound or westbound lanes.
It doesn't. Okay, good to know. That's very important, Pat. Very important. Look over here. We would see him right there. This is the only place you can get on, by the way, unless it came down to exit.
Let's know there's holes in it.
Copy.
Well. And here's the other problem. longer get on the freeway.
That way.
Same.
But if he keeps running this way, he's going to run right into us.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. There we go now. The bus lane doesn't prohibit us from getting on right here. You got your eyes on, Pat?
I got my eyes on.
Copy.
I would like being on the freeway looking for a person running toward us, but you know what? We should. You got the state patrol channel on?
Oh, good idea.
4383.
4383.
I'm en route to the Ramsey County LEC. I'm going to be driving westbound 94 at Ruth for 327's call. I'll advise St. Paul if there's anybody in the westbound lanes.
Copy. Do you want to
See
stay
if they
on
got an
your
update. Maybe they're on camera. State patrol, I mean.
Don't sit in the current. I'll just advise if I
Just
see
ask
something.
them.
Switch over at that time.
Copy.
Ramsey 2755 on that 94 and Ruth. Do you have that guy on camera?
Hey, for
Okay, we're on the highway now. We are going westbound. Can you tell us where he is right now?
East 94 McKnight.
He's east of McKnight. Just double
Is
check.
he east of McKnight, and is he in the eastbound lane?
We're on the radio with state. I think he's east of McKnight.
In the eastbound lane.
East of McKnight in the eastbound lane. We gotta go back the other way.
Copy. Do you see our lights?
That's state. Got them all.
On the other side.
Can't get off here anymore.
4383.
Go ahead.
What is the...
Well, they're all going. It must have been. We didn't probably hear it, but there must have been a struggle. Pat.
Cars down here. It sounds like you might be in the area at 94 McKnight, potentially down on the ground now per state cameras. 94 McKnight.
Struggling.
44
Probably what happened is
Heavy, go for it. 323.
4484.
most.
Clear spots report.
We don't know.
E
We
will be
weren't
route.
monitoring state at that moment, but most likely scenario is he did a traffic stop
419 Metro.
and one in custody there. Traffic stop.
419.
Never
Everyone in
mind.
custody. I'm gonna need medics. Code, please.
Traffic stop. The guy ran from him, which is not unusual.
2015.
He ran after him, caught him, struggled with him on the freeway.
And information for
Called
Maplewood
for
St.
help.
Paul is calling out one in custody and Castle.
And that is the second incident like that in the same area
Okay.
tonight.
For
So
St. Paul, they have this male in custody. Any other cars can cancel. You can clear all Maplewood spots, put me back in route to my hazard.
when they told us it was between Ruth and McKnight, so we went westbound from McKnight, hoping to find him, but he was actually already past McKnight. Right?
Yep.
So but Pat made a good point there. Specific information about which side of the highway. Because just because you're headed east doesn't mean you're in the eastbound lane
Right.
when you're on foot. And then what's the actual cross street? So
This Apparently it's connected to a missing person
Okay.
and is going to be the same incident as the kid who was running towards the Walgreens.
That's what I was saying earlier.
Yep.
The dots usually tie together. Missing person, didn't want to be caught. You think the traffic's a little backed up on 94 eastbound?
Just a bit.
150, 184.
A little bit of traffic backed up. It had to be, well, once he called for help, there had to be.
Medical in front of the church, 2072, Hanlon North, 51-year-old male breathing. His heart is racing. He's going to be in a red asthma.
They're still coming with sirens.
Thanks so much, Rob. 667.
Medics can come wrong way up the ramp.
Back 2161 for the alarm at the elementary school, 36.
That wasn't too far.
Door G Gulf.
Past us.
We were right close.
2363 Tango, copy.
2236.
If we'd have been able to get on at Ruth, we'd have been first to them.
Well, I think if we would have gone eastbound from McKnight, we still would have been first.
Yeah, really.
But we thought it was between McKnight and Ruth. I still think he's on the other side.
I think so.
Not far though. All right, well, let me just see what I can find here from. They take a trip through Sunray. Hey, while we're here, backseaters. This doesn't apply to many of you. Is that still the siren? You know, that family that donated $1,000 worth of food and met Rev at the Sam's Club?
Mm-hmm.
There were some disrespectful comments on our Facebook page. You have to trust Rev to know what kind of food people need or want or will eat, and how our outreach is best. It's not as if we operate a restaurant where we can pick chicken and filet or whatever. So do not be critical when someone donates the food that Rev asks for.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, just appreciate that people are willing to help. And here's what I gotta say. This is the most important thing. And backseaters, you know how important it is to be kind. People that are like that just complain about everything, we're gonna block them.
It gets tiresome.
You can throw your comments on YouTube for all your care. We're gonna give you a venue that you can throw. But on Facebook, that's a place for kind people, and we're not going to let you drive kind people off, because if you think you want Rev to buy different food, here's what I got to say for you. Buy it and bring it in.
There you go.
Whatever you think the Rev should serve, you buy it and bring it in, and we'll serve it. Every Friday, we do serve meat up at the Rice Street office, but for people that are desperate for any type of food, let's just appreciate.
They want to stop the hunger pangs.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Yeah.
We're not about being
And you know what?
nutritionists.
Sometimes it's cheaper to stop hunger pains. I don't like those unkind people. You can't diss a person that donates. Really, if you're unhappy with what they donated, either just don't say anything or bring something in you want to donate.
There you go. You don't get to dictate what other people donate.
Well, you shouldn't complain about it either.
Oh,
Curb. Well, a little rainy, not a ton of things going on out here.
$91.75.
9175.
Yeah, I've checked the area pretty good. We don't have any outages or anything along those lines. Cleared out.
It's the area the shots fired 190 alert.
4478.
It's probably impending.
Go ahead.
Supposed to be transporting when it's on the other regions.
There it is.
Copy.
We got shots fired, folks, up by Larpenteur and 35E in that area between there and Rice Street.
Oh, these are the ones at Woodbridge, Larpenteur Villa. 9 shots west of the building.
Central.
Looks like they're getting a number of calls.
Number of calls? All right.
Yep.
There you go.
4467 traffic.
Apartment's
Go ahead.
right up there off of Rice.
Exit ramp to White Bear from eastbound 36, 04639
Copy. On 2161
Okay, well,
status.
it's a little ways away from us, but Sergeant Suki is on the way to the call.
2161, building secured. Clear false.
2032.
Yeah, by the way, if you see anybody on Facebook, don't worry about YouTube. Just let that roll.
I'm gonna head to the area 190 alert. That shots fired.
But
They said it came from the north. It might be toward Roseville.
yeah, Suki's just advising Roseville that it might be up in their jurisdiction too, which is very smart, right? It wasn't on their. The actual caller was on the south side of Larpenteur, but the caller said they might come from the north. So
Good thinking, Sergeant
Suki
Suki.
wisely alerted Roseville. But back on the unkind comments for stuff like that, especially
Information
the
for Roseville Car.
Send Pat messages about who is unkind
Looks like they've
and
got multiple callers reporting.
Somebody did
specifically what they're saying.
I copy.
Our friend Joe Bissell already sent me one tonight that I...
Best thing you can do is just take a screenshot, copy the comment, attach it, send Pat a message if you got it. Does that work that way in Messenger?
Yes, screenshots are really
I
helpful.
mean, does it work that way in Facebook too, where you get the message or Messenger?
Yes.
Okay. I never use it. I just use the regular Messenger app. I knew you would know.
490.
Still looking for the Forester.
Yep.
Still hoping to get our free cup of coffee. Black with sugar and cream. I don't even know if it's Mrs. Folger's or if it's Mrs. Folger's. What are you gonna do, Mrs. Folger, to help me make a cup of coffee? Do you remember those commercials?
Oh, yeah.
What's that one?
I think that's too new.
Larpenteur and Rice on the Roseville side. We just came from there.
Sure did.
2090 Conway. Security calling on a motion in the exercise room.
Metro Z175. That one looks like it's out next to 822. 2245.
$27.70.
Guy from 180 Larpenter says it was a couple blocks south. I'm gonna go check Wheelock in that area.
So Suki's there talking to a guy who says it was south of Larpenteur.
Heavy shots burger, conflict south.
What's up, Robert? Huh? Usually stack at 29.
Well, we'll get back in the mix here anyhow.
For sure.
To my young friends that I saw in Maryland today, we went over the Sunray looking for you, but we didn't find you. So,
But we tried.
tried. I mean, it is raining. Subaru Forester 079.
Flying 2 Metro.
419.
When you accidentally stacked the 29 people to me.
Oh, apologize, 2046.
Go ahead.
Can you add Minnesota plate Tom John Nora 160?
Eastbound 36
Copy.
towards the southbound 61.
What was that, you know?
473 694 94.
Must be just an accident.
2247.
Thanks. I like this new radio setup where all the METACs are on one bank, all the LTACs are on a bank.
Yeah. That's good.
2567 Travis.
Yeah, as you flip through the bands, you can see
Yeah,
it says right on there.
Big
VTAC,
improvement.
LTAC. It's still a little confusing.
4467 status.
Whoa.
4467 Road 4.
Copy. Info for Roseville, we have a pending assist fire at 2737 Anglin as north, since we were backed up in the basement.
Fire coming guys.
The problem is when you're scanning
Hey,
those
Free.
channels, of course, it depends what your priority is. And she was about to say something about Suki's thing, and I got called over to Channel 3.
4467 Demo traffic.
You can't really have more than one earbud in.
4477.
right.
That would be a little awkward.
Yeah,
to have
that-
two different channels on two different earbuds.
You could probably do it.
I'm
That would be
Bradley Rosewith.
that would be
Nora Victor Union 814.
Copy.
that'd be really weird.
Yeah.
I like to be able to hear what's going on
4480 status.
outside too.
For sure.
4480 running checks.
Copy.
I think all in all, we've adapted pretty well to the new encryption concept. I mean, we didn't support encryption, but at least we're able to hear the calls and, in general, update the community on what's happening still, right?
Yes. Very important.
4467 cleared.
May not be able to be as specific as we'd like to.
Yeah.
4484.
Go ahead.
We used to have three different radios with three different St. Paul frequencies on. But the problem now is, because we have earbuds, we'd have to have three earbuds. So we're just scanning now.
Well, somebody just posted that Moorhead is 2-0 over Edina.
Oh my goodness gracious.
That's an upset.
Moorhead 2-0 over Edina.
And the time is... And it's in the third period.
Good to know.
419 on Trump, 10-6 region.
Thank you for that.
Good to know. You know,
10-6 at 2250.
one thing about whoever gets the late games, like Edina played. I'm not making an excuse for Edina, trust me. But because Edina played the later game last night, it didn't get over till, late, 10:30, 11. They got less sleep today, probably. It's always a little harder on the late games. And even today, like Edina, whoever wins this game will play a team that finished up about 8:30.
Right.
And if the coach is smart, he lets them watch one period, then he sends them back to the hotel and says, we're going to watch the rest of the game on TV in our hotel.
4480, code 4.
Because we want to get some decent sleep.
Right.
So what is it now? It's 10:51. And how much of the game is left?
It just said third period.
Yeah.
How much time is left in the third, folks?
Well, that's a shocker. I mean, Moorhead is a great team.
4484.
But
4484.
surprised.
We'll be out on field shortly. Copy.
But we'll have an outstate team versus a city team.
7:47 left.
Outstate versus city. Well, let's see what Kurt Giles pulls out of his rabbit's hat.
Somebody just said 3-0.
Okay.
Moorhead.
You know what the nickname of the Moorhead is, don't you?
Tell me.
Come on. Somebody's got to tell Pat what the nickname of the Moorhead High School is. But I wouldn't want to be this mascot. If you were the mascot, you got to wear one of these mascots, like the Grand Rapids used to be the Indians, and of course they changed. Hang on a second. They changed it to Thunderhawks, okay? So it's the Grand Rapid Thunderhawks.
Okay.
All right, so you can picture yourself dressed up like a Thunderhawk, right? And your old Edina people are the Hornets, because there's a green hornet down there. That, by the way, that costume of that hornet's got to cost a pretty penny, because that's quality workmanship.
Are they the Spuds?
Yeah, they're the Spuds. Now, would you want to be dressed up as a Spud?
Not especially.
Do you know, okay, I have a lot of friends up in that part of the country, but if you were a Spud, what would your costume look like?
I guess a baked potato.
Well, yeah, but in order to dress it up, what would you have to do?
Put eyes and lips and stuff on it like Mr. Potato.
There you go. What kind of game is that? Oh,
The Spuds. I'm sorry. You got Moorhead. I love you. I had a good buddy of mine was a cop up there.
They got all the farmers up there.
Yeah, but I'm sorry. You need a new name.
I saw a lot of Spuds at the Tom Reed's today. Thanks for coming to Reed's there, Spuds.
Now, when you say you saw a lot of Spuds, you're saying you saw a lot of Moorhead fans?
Yeah, they had a lot of shirts on.
Okay.
Spuds.
You didn't see a bunch of people dressed up like potatoes?
No.
Okay.
But I'm glad you figured out what the
Well, somebody
mascot was.
posted it.
They got a picture of the mascot?
Nope.
Oh. So it looks like it's going to be Minnetonka and Moorhead. What was that guy doing standing on the sidewalk right there? He wasn't waving at us, was he? I don't think he's waving at us, but I don't know what he's doing there. It's a human being.
On your side?
It is on my side now.
There he is.
Where? You all good?
How you doing?
Good, thank you. Just checking on you.
I'm great. Thank you.
You bet. Do you have a mask on?
I think he had a bandage on.
Yeah, I think that's what I thought it was too. But I didn't want to be presumptuous. Big one.
Another 911 call.
But did they
Ross.
clear the last one?
They must have, because they were dispatched to it.
Yeah. Here we are over on Rice Street now, folks. Got another call at 1077 Ross. We're going to hand you off to Nicole here pretty soon. Suki sort of flushed out the shots fired. He hasn't found a thing over there. What's that in front of us there? Is that what's that? The Cyclops.
525 is wrong.
You know
Maybe,
Cyclops.
I'm guessing somebody with a headlamp on, maybe.
I took southbound 61 from eastbound 36. I'm not seeing the pedestrian here.
Okay.
You guys got another call on him or have him on video?
Bicycle.
Thought it was
Nothing on camera.
thought it was a UFO.
Yes, my partner's quick. He's on the call. Copy. I'm going to turn back around northbound 61 and check eastbound. Pleasure, copies. Clear traffic.
Copy.
Metro 525.
Nick, you ready to take it in
Go
3
ahead.
minutes?
No more calls. I'm not seeing anything on cam.
Copy that.
Copy. It's going to be GTL. Okay.
Are you gonna find something for us? We got Kill out here too. I mean, he's been pretty quiet.
Yeah, I'm trying. Hopefully some good luck coming.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop Pat off so we got an extra car. See if we can get up. We can find that Forester.
Clear right.
I'm out with the 49er. He's going into eastbound 36
Spent shell casing. Idaho and Wheelock.
Copy. Eastbound 36 from 61. 2258.
Good to know. Particularly quiet here where Bourne's Bar closed. Pat?
Yeah, it is.
Copy.
Big difference.
Two more spent shell casing up there. Wheelock, Idaho. Two more. So there were shots being fired south of Larpen. Heavens knows why.
Oh, actually, the mascot does look like Mr. Potato Head.
Let me see. Well, you're right. You're right.
Thanks, Bobby.
Is that a picture from today?
Yep.
That mascot must have been excited. I'm guessing that after all that excitement for Moorhead beating Edina, which they haven't beaten him yet, that the mascot, tomorrow, you know what the mascot's going to come as? Mashed potatoes.
Oh, that's funny.
Mashed potato. He could come as French fry. You know the chubby checker. You do the mash. Boom, 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 boom. You do the mashed potato. That's the song. Well, it wasn't mashed potato. It was.
I think it was the twist.
No, but they changed it. It was It was the Halloween version.
Oh, the Monster Mash.
Monster Mash, yes, Monster Mash. Monster Mash.
I loved that song when I was a kid.
Well, I'm glad we got the picture of the potato. You know, the thing is, there's a lot of great farming up there in between Moorhead and Grand Forks.
Oh, the Red River Valley.
Great farm. We've been up there for floods. You know, my daughter actually lives up that way. And, but I will say this, Pat. I know you think they need to change their mascot, but here's one good thing. Fighting with one where
857 Paint Oven.
on the wrong side of the river. 857 Pain. What's
Started off as suspicious activity, a guy trying to pick the lock at the grocery store.
oh, okay.
At the Buy More Supermercado.
Turning our radios to 3 so we can hear the
525
phone.
Richard. 14 with 1 off. 14 with 1 at 2301.
You know, what? Do you need help or not? I don't know. I don't think we're going to be the first ones there, but I guess
Clear right.
we can head that way in case everybody got tied up on that 94 call, right?
Yep. Should be right across the street from the hardware store.
Usually these fights don't last this long. 220's running over there. Oh, he's in
Okay.
custody.
All right.
That's good.
Schedule for 41670 cars. Information on 1065.
Anyhow, before we switch it over to Nick, Nick, 1 minute, Nick. Before we, I just want to say the one thing about being the Spuds.
And has a baby alone with her. Possibly heading towards Coon Rapids. Unknown address. Information at
4480 traffic.
I think I'm on the wrong side of the street. It's very strange
Great Moon
markings.
Buffet parking
No,
lot.
I'm not. I'm in the.
Minnesota
Oh, I'm on the right side there.
Now you are.
I don't know. There's a yellow line over there. It's very confusing there.
Oh, it's horrible.
They only want you to take a left turn in that lane I was in. Okay, but what's the other product that's big near Moorhead and Grand Forks?
Beets.
Sugar beets.
Yep.
Sugar beets.
Are you surprised I knew that?
No, I'm not. I'm not surprised. I'm never surprised at your brilliance. So, but the thing is, can you imagine being a Moorhead beets?
I like Spuds better.
Yeah, we're going with Spuds.
Yeah, yeah.
Congratulations,
Okay.
Moorhead. Good choice.
Bit of trivia for those of you outside of Minnesota, or for those of you here who might not know this. The Red River runs south to north.
Yeah, correct.
Now, I'm not
I
sure
think you
about
could
this.
I think you could get by with saying it runs north.
Yeah. And I'm not certain about this, but I'm thinking that might be the only river in North America that does. But I might be wrong about that.
We are going to send you to Nicole. I'm going to drop Pat off, and we're going to be out here catching people breaking the law.
We're going to find that.
happy Friday, everybody.
I can recall this call. Carry 6-4.
Trying to make sure my camera is focused on what it needs to be. The rain makes it a little bit difficult.
Are you good?
Northbound Ramsey.
I fixed it. Yeah, try to make sure that my camera's focused on the right stuff. Rain obviously makes it a little bit different, but happy Friday, everybody. A little bit of a gloomy day today, but still fairly nice temperature-wise, minus all the rain. Maplewood had a fresh stolen a few hours ago of a Subaru Forester. So I've been on the lookout for that. So far, no dice. Checked a bunch of side streets in East St. Paul, just because it was stolen from Maplewood, so obviously that's a fairly good bet where someone kind of frequents, but since I'm not having any luck over there, I'm moving over to Central. Run, little buddy.
$76.94. 76.94. Arrived, ending mileage is 544. 23 cents.
Sorry, I was just reading through a report. There's also motor vehicle theft a few days ago from one of our dealerships up in the contract cities. Stole a newer Dodge Ram pickup truck. So I'm also on the lookout for that. I'm assuming the plates have been swapped on that already, but doesn't mean we can't find the car. I'm not even sure how they ended up stealing that. If they broke in and got the keys, or sometimes we'll have people that they'll test drive a vehicle and they'll either swap a key then, or they'll make a copy of a key if no one's with them, or if it's a newer vehicle, sometimes they'll use a Pro Pad during that time. Kind of just all depends on what type of a vehicle it is or what type of a business.
4480, clear traffic.
Copy.
I'm right on top of this. People running from this alarm.
Right there. We'll flip the cross. Go up here. $91.75 starting.
That's 2163, 2363 Tango.
Tango.
You're checking a disturbance near Highway 96 and Economy Street. There's 2 or more vehicles revving their engines in the area.
Oh, sister copy. 2363 Tango copy.
2363.
Alright, so
2161.
sorry about the lack of communication. It's kind of hard when
2160 on that last call.
I was right on the call of St. Paul when they had some people start running from them from an alarm. And I can only have the radio channel on in one ear. But they had a couple people flee from them. A couple people flee from them from an alarm at a church, and we literally were $27.21. Did you have a backpack? So just looking for one more outstanding. So it's gonna be a good burglary. I think St. Paul can track on that. Not 100% sure. Let's hang out here for a second. Probably the northwest corner of their perimeter here. So it turns out not a good burglary, so mail is only wanted for fleeing currently. So they're gonna break down the perimeter and just kind of check the area for him. Sorry, camera's kind of not super focused on where it needs to be. Hopefully that helps. So let them kind of deal with that.
I'm gonna head towards that DOA. What? Yeah, it says you might have two kids in the car with us.
So we're Minnehaha and Virginia. Go west on Haha here, just checking a couple addresses for a vehicle I'm looking for on the way. Yeah, a couple stolens that we're looking for. Always trying to work a couple angles. Try not to, divulge too much information, just because we always know that, criminals or people that are out there stealing stuff, or people that we're familiar with, are always watching live. So, like I said, I like to get into stuff on live. It's always good for, everybody enjoys it, but needs to be a little bit tact with it as well, so. There was a good shots fired near Rice and Larpenter about an hour ago. A couple people called in. It's great when people call in. Otherwise, we'd have no idea about stuff and wouldn't be able to find casings. Just 'cause it's so hard to pinpoint which area a shot came from or how far away it really is. So when multiple people call in, it really helps us narrow down a search. We don't have Shot Spotter like Minneapolis does, so we don't get that pinpoint accuracy. I mean, Shot Spotter it's very cool. The technology in that is just amazing. If you're not familiar with it, I can't go into all of the details just because I myself do not know exactly how it works or
2363 Tango.
2363 Tango.
kind of how it's able to do that. But basically, it can track what type of round is being shot off. It can track how far away it is, how many rounds were fired, and then it can actually track if the shots are coming from a moving vehicle or if they're stationary. And it's down to pretty much within, a couple feet, a meter of exactly where the casings are. The technology with that, it's amazing. Obviously, it uses sound and algorithms and stuff like that. Stuff that is, whoever designed it, clearly way smarter than what I am, and clearly way smarter than enough to even have the explanation dumbed down to me for me to be able to understand it. So,
9175 kilo TOD.
absolutely amazing tool.
Copy.
A little bit jealous that we don't have any, but obviously Minneapolis needs it a lot more than what we do. But I'm all about having technology in this job just to make everything a little bit easier. As everything evolves, it's nice to have law enforcement technology evolve as well. Southbound Lex. Just gonna go back east on Thomas here.
Copy en route.
2165.
This rain is like just enough to where I need my windshield wipers to be going, but it's too little that I don't want them on.
Known behavior for this RP can recode to a PIC. We have this room.
Somebody's birthday balloons. St. Paul's back out with another suspect from that burglary. So we're just kind of floating that way. Busy tonight. Got everybody in custody, so that's good. Our SWAT team assisted Roseville a few days ago. Domestic with a firearm. Roseville had posted it on their Facebook. The firearm that was recovered inside of a hotel. It was painted to look, I mean, almost identical to what would, like an Orbeez gun or a fake gun type of a thing. So that was kind of crazy. I was looking at the photo that they had posted. So if you guys haven't seen it, go take a look at their post. The photo of the firearm is kind of crazy. They put a lot of energy and effort into painting it up, making it look like a fake gun. So I'm not sure if that guy's got any priors or what, but our SWAT team assisted on that. Our SWAT team, super cool unit to be a part of at different agencies. Most agencies don't have their own SWAT team. A lot of them merge together with other agencies just because the time and resources that are put into it is just not agencies having their own unit or their own SWAT team specifically. Some agencies that do have their own, Bloomington, Brooklyn Park, and I guess that's all that I can think of off the top of my head. But as far as like Ramsey County, it's a Ramsey County SWAT team, but every agency within Ramsey County, I think, puts in... Oh, sorry, St. Paul has their own SWAT as well. Minneapolis does. As far as Ramsey County, I think every single agency has at least one person that's a part of the SWAT team, and that includes Metro Transit. So it's cool to get everybody together, highly trained unit, but then, a lot of camaraderie is built with that. I mean, continuous trainings, their SWAT weeks that they have for training during the summer, annual PT stuff, and then just getting everybody together from different agencies, seeing how everybody does things, taking on new tips, tricks, and training, technique, all of that stuff. But it's kind of on each individual department to determine how many people, how many bodies they want to allocate to something like that, because like I said, it is very time consuming. You never know when you're going to get a call out. Or, how many calls you're going to get. I mean, you could have none in a week. You could, have as many as you could imagine in a week. It all just kind of depends. Washington County is kind of the same. I don't know any agency that has their own in Washington. They all are a part of the Washington County SWAT.
2365 Tango, FedEx cleared.
But they've all got their own specialties within that. They've got sticks, which are individual groups. They all have team leads and assistant team leads. They've got reachers. They've got people who are drivers. They have snipers. So there's definitely a lot within that unit in and of itself. And so there's a lot of time and commitment that people put towards that unit. And it's definitely a thankless spot to dedicate that much effort and time into, an already time-consuming job that we work. I'm just gonna flip around and check out that super real quick. Not that I necessarily think it's ours, but there's not many older model silver ones rolling around right now. We'll just roll up Rice Street. Well, one can be hopeful, The cat guys made a couple arrests today. recovered a couple stolens. I think they either 3 or 4 arrests out of the 2 of them. So that worked out pretty good. One of the cars swapped license plates on it. Those were entered into stolen. I don't know what they did with the original license plates, but the plates that they had on the stolen car were new stolen license plates, so they grabbed that. And then there was I believe it was a Hyundai that was freshly stolen. So it was a pretty busy day for them. And then as far as like caseload, they had the stolen from 61 up in the contract cities that I was talking about to follow up on.
3937.
Good.
That call was back. It's at the same place earlier.
Orange Bar, which is currently closed. I thought Pat had mentioned he heard that they were planning on reopening at some point.
Building at least.
I have not heard that or heard any more on that, if they are opening or if they're moving locations or what they're planning on doing.
1037, it looks like they called for the 2376.
Thank you.
This is Maryland from Rice Street. Most backseaters probably know the streets as well as what I do at this point.
Can you come and call from Yahoo traffic? 0111 with Samsung. George 824.
Oh, what is he
Copy,
doing?
39. Copy.
I'll take over. Clear all squads assist.
North St. Paul just called out on something. I thought I heard his computer dinging if he had something, but I must have misheard him. something for Ashley on my computer. Some of her stuff isn't working right, so she's gonna have to put in a help desk ticket, I think, because all of her map systems on her computer are not loading correctly. The information's coming up, but the mapping system is not working. Not really sure what that's about. It's nice that she's got such a helpful partner.
$44.38, $44.75.
Jump on.
Or suspicious, 3080 Hazelwood in the garage. Caller can hear a female yelling, stop repeatedly. And it's
East 94 through the Commons. The state is behind 3 racers.
BMW X spot.
I'm East 94 at 61. If it comes by this way.
Go ahead. Excellent place.
What's closer? Okay.
Silver BMW, he's losing at the Mounds exit. I'm not sure which way it went though.
You hear states behind a couple racers. One of them's getting off at Mounds. We're not super close. Abdi is near 94 and 61.
Said the BMW, the silver BMW.
175. Which one are you behind again?
Took the Mounds exit. Behind a red Audi still, eastbound 94 at 61.
So we'll float that way.
Going about 80.
Not super close, but
I'm at 61 right now, in case he takes the exit and loses them.
Give it over. He's got the Audi stopped over 61.
well, that's good.
And I was coming up to 6th and Arcade when it was getting off on Mounds, and I never saw it, the silver BMW.
I'll go down Arcade from Maryland. Because it makes its way that way. Well, I'm glad we were kind of missing some of this freezing rain as of now that I know West Metro is getting. freezing rain any day. Well, looking for a silver BMW that fled from state after doing some street racing. State Patrol really cracks down on that. We have an intel analyst that works very closely with them, trying to curb some of the reckless driving behavior and stuff. I know that State Patrol has a really good relationship with a lot of the people who are car enthusiasts, and you know, just like everything else, 99% of them are good and law-abiding, and then you get the few kind of bad apples that ruin it for everybody. Driving recklessly, doing burnouts, putting other people at risk. So like I said, State Patrol does a really good job. Very active in the street racing, trying to curb that reckless driving and behavior and stuff, just to make sure that streets are staying as safe as they can be for everybody involved.
That's 8197, 8195.
8,000 squads are New Brighton, so that's who is being dispatched right now.
DOC coverage X. 2397 Palmer Drive. Probably the manager. They have a male that was removed from the bar. He's now trying to fight the bouncer. A friend is holding it back. We have an Asian male, 30s, wearing a gray shirt, wash jeans, Timberlands.
That's not good.
It's a copy. Copy.
2359.
Not good to fight the bouncers. Doesn't normally end well, especially after they've kicked you out. Sarah and I got to escort Gentry's men's hockey down to State.
5, run from a Kia, dead end of Euclid, Romeo Mike Delta 605. Did you see where you were? Yeah, it's the dead end of Euclid, off of Mariah.
I'm not far from it.
Y'all ran westbound. Comes back out of West St. Paul clear. Nothing's not been reported yet. Affirmative end. Overbold.
Noise complaint 2425, Clark.
All black males wearing all black. Yeah, ignition's ripped out and running. Last of in's 5384.
West towards like the sound barrier, or
towards will end up being mounds there. They were kind of to these yards, somewhere on Mariah. Can't think which one was driving.
copy, like 4 blocks out.
Okay, I'm at 3rd and Mounds. Fletcher for him to come down.
There should be a group of probably 3 or 4, and then I'm going through the backyards here for the single occupant.
So Sean just had a group of 5 flee from a vehicle. It's an unreported
I'm staying with the
stolen.
car here.
We're a couple blocks away, not very far, so obviously we're gonna head there, see if we can find them.
Is there a car with its lights on west of you, down by the sound barrier?
That is my
Okay, I'm not sure what street this is. It might be a little bit north of Euclid. I got a guy just got out of a car. Looks like he left it running and he's walking, let's see here. He's walking south along the sound barrier.
So along the sound barrier, I'm at the sound barrier. Might be a street over from you.
Okay, my AVL is down. It looks like he has bailed out of this car, and it's the beginning of the sound barrier, and then it runs to the south. Looks like he put a backpack on, has bushy hair, and the car's sitting there running.
What was your location again, Pat? I'm 3rd and Mariah.
Okay, go south of Mariah from 3rd and be looking to your right. You'll see a car at the end of the road with its lights on, facing you.
Copy that.
Yeah, I think I see the car you're talking about. That is 2 blocks from where these kids got out, and that's the way they ran. Just towards that car just hit. So it could be the same group.
Yeah, I think I just saw the brake lights, so there might be somebody still in it.
I'm working down by the sound barrier.
Looks like it's going to take off on Nikki.
Good. You're making contact at 207.
Copy.
I can't get to her. If somebody else can get down to her. Squad on Mariah, you just passed the street. She's on.
I'm with her. They're stopped talking to her.
Is it going or not? No, she's got it stopped. It couldn't back up any further.
We are stopped. She's talking to them. Doesn't seem like either of the kids are involved. They're too big. She's on Conway.
Sean, I don't think Pat thought it was involved with yours. He just thought it was possibly another stolen.
Cover that. This is the way that they ran. They could have made it into one of those houses. I drove by them and they were all standing outside of it, and I looked around and they started walking away, and then one jumped out the passenger door and ran away. So I'm not sure they went. And I can't ID a driver.
Okay, the car that you have stopped there, do they acknowledge that they let somebody out who walked away to the south?
No, they're not very cooperative right now.
We're controlled, but can we go to the squad for location?
Well, you got enough there. I'm going to see if I can come up with that guy who got out walked.
Copy.
3475, you can show me out.
Copy. In 3 minutes.
I'm going to start Twin Cities for this unreported stolen here. Euclid and Mariah.
Copy. Can someone air me the plate on this vehicle, please?
Zebra Henry Victor 281.
Copy, thank you. You're on live for about 100,000 people to view, so keep saying whatever you want to say.
I'll have your head. I promise.
You'll have my head.
Yes, I promise.
Okay, is that a threat?
44 for 9 all.
Copy.
So kids that I talked about are going to be skinnier, probably 15 to 17. But if they didn't come over this far, I don't know where they went into. I know. 6-7, I'll check it out here in just about 30 seconds. One looks like a light colored stand in the right lane.
Can I get somebody over here? There's a male. Do you know what they were wearing?
All black. Also.
Any of them have brown hat, white t-shirt. There's one walking up to the vehicle. I think what's going on right now.
I didn't see a white t-shirt. They all have black sweatshirts on. Both my black sweatshirts. I think one of them might have a black side.
Brownish shoes, black pants, white t-shirt. He's a 16, 17-year-old.
6-1.
Be with you in a block.
Cedars. I'm not sure if you're back with us, but
County 2690.
Nikki was helping some other people out.
Abdi, they're calling you on channel 3.
County 2690. I'm clearing the car. Check this area. Checking your status in your investigate.
All right. Pat thought you were frozen, so I took it from you. And if you're with Abdi, they're trying to raise him on 3. But
44, 46 arriving.
Also background. That's 5182 53
He answered up, Nick.
5182.
Copy that. Sheriff, do you have it, or can you wait for a second?
yeah, I have it. I'm just setting. All right. We are back on patrol. Pat's got his own car. Joe Kill. We're out here. McManus thought, well, he did spot a stolen car.
Not anyone 96 Tango 81
Not sure if it was the same one this troopers were chasing, but either way, it would work.
6 Tango.
Juvenile complaint at 02 Linden Circle East. Caller's not on scene, but was invited to a party. Thinks there's underage drinking going on. Over 20 juveniles.
Pat clears up. We'll probably let him do a few more shout outs.
95, copy.
Pat, you got a few shout outs you want to do in the next hour?
Yeah, I got a few I could do.
All right, I'm going to send it over to you right now then.
Sounds good.
All right, folks, well, you are back with me, Deputy Pat Scott. I'm in my own vehicle right now. We're trying to come up with something. Abdi and Sean did come up with a stolen car that a bunch of kids fled from. They did not catch any of the kids, but they did recover a stolen car for some victims. I don't think it had even been reported yet. But this has been a busy, 12 hours or so for stolen cars here in Ramsey County and St. Paul in particular. I'm going to pull here into the M&H So you got a little something to look at while I do these shout outs. Squad car for an officer who works off duty here at the M&H. All right, let's see what we got here. Be patient with me, please. There we go. Well, Chris Rhodes, no, Chris Rhodes already answered your question. March 1st, Police Chief Doug McKinley of Platteville, Wisconsin, retired after 34 years of service, the last 20 as chief. That's a shout-out request by Matthew Alexander. Well, congratulations, Chief, and thank you for your service. Kyle Cook turned 37 on February 27th. Happy birthday. Sarah Dorr of Osceola, Wisconsin, turned 45 on February 28th. Love from your mom, Dolly. Mary Tombers on March 6th. Mary Peliquin on March 15th. Love from your quilting sisters. Ken Koch turns 38 on March 10th. Scott Cooper wanted a posthumous birthday greeting for Annette Snavely, who loved watching LOP with her daughter Stephanie. Well, God bless you.
Freeway.
And that appears to do it for the shout outs.
I never made it down there.
So in a minute here, I'm going to get on patrol.
Copy.
Did you have a toaster or anything, or?
Yeah, I already started, so.
Thank you.
Well, that was a very short list of shout outs, and I'm done. I'll be cruising now.
Leave the camera with you for 10. Have a little private time with the backseaters.
Sounds good. I'll see if I can't come up with something. Well, as always, I want to thank all of you backseaters for riding with us. Got a number of you have been with us from day one. It's quite honestly humbling, the loyal and devoted following we have. And we very much appreciate all of you. Northbound on Arcade here. Looks like the arcade bar is still open. More cars here than usual. We're having a pretty good Friday night here at the bar.
Sean, you need anything else?
No, I'm good. I just want the car and sleep at home.
Good crowd at Far East.
You're accounting for trying to reach dispatch.
That was a bad mic touch.
Gonna be disregarded. Come on.
I had the button for my microphone right by my chin, and I inadvertently keyed the mic, and God bless our dispatchers, they were checking on me to see if I was calling. Yeah, this is ridiculous how dark a main street like Payne Avenue is, with all the wire being stolen out of the street lights. This needs to be a priority issue for the city, getting street lights up and running. You know, how is anybody to feel safe when it's this dark? East on Magnolia.
Sorry. 363.
Copy 1509 Magnolia.
I think we had a car stolen from that. Oh, shoot. Gotta get my earplug in. Sorry about that, folks. I gotta pull over here for a second. Yeah, this still haven't gotten used to this encryption issue. Looks like it stopped raining here, so I can cut the wipers for a while. Should be a little clearer image now. Nope, it is still misting. So I got to find the happy medium here for these wipers so that it's not smearing all the time, but yeah, it's tough when it rains to keep a clear image. But do the best we can. We are eastbound on Maryland at Earl Street. Get a little closer to White Bear Avenue here, we might start seeing some more traffic.
Yeah, I'll take it. You want me to?
$39.28
Go for it.
29 minutes.
See if she wants us in the selfie. What do you think? Oh my goodness. That's what I love about life. There's always something unusual happening in real life. This is not made up AI stuff. This is, real life. Real life. They know we're here. What's going on? What's going on, ladies? No, I don't need to retire. I tried it once. I tried it once already. I tried retiring. I tried retiring, but I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I didn't like it.
Retire. You're old as shit.
Yeah.
Fletcher, you're old as shit. Retire. Yeah. Retire. You can talk about something.
440 for traffic. Go ahead.
Let's go see if we can.
County Road P Bravo,
I can
White
get
Bear,
any more
Henry
counseling.
Yellow King.
See, here's the thing. People know that I know what's
Can I
going
get a
on,
second?
so they would prefer to have
4446.
inexperienced guys
Covered.
hang out in the parking lot. We are at the Foundry.
Yep. 4446, we're stopping. Kind of be right there.
Yep.
How are you? How's it going? How's life? Good? Sort of good? Too bad Bourne's closed. Who's giving you grief, Chief? Yeah. What did I do?
You are blocking the roadway.
Who's driving this car? Nobody's in it.
They're loading up.
Do you need to do something, man?
No, you're just holding up traffic. I just want to
Oh.
make sure traffic goes on.
Yeah, no, me too. Thank you. I'm gonna go around the block. Come. I'm gonna go back in your parking lot because there's. Okay, well, good. Are we just starting or getting over?
It's over with.
Over?
Bar closed. Came too late, Bob.
I'm never too late. I'm just always on time.
Hey, Bob, I'm trying to get a license to carry. I need you to sign off on it.
Well, you got to be respectful of the law.
I'll talk to you sometime. I can't tell you my name though.
All right. Thank you. I just like to keep them.
All right.
All right. Well,
Good.
there's some nice cars already.
How control will be on field shortly.
Some Audi.
Copy.
All right. Well, let's try another one. Strange smell came in the windows. It's funny when people mix marijuana with incense.
2161 traffic.
2161.
2161 traffic.
Right, over 694. Nora Palsy, run 301.
Copy.
We're still waiting for something to pop off here now, folks. Looking for that Subaru Forester with the last 3079.
6-1, we're pulling into the Taco Bell.
Anchor and McKnight with Tomboy Zebra 638. Vehicle photograph.
There we go. Something up
3928 attack.
North St. Paul car, slow to stop.
35 minutes.
3916, you can show me out with.
Copy.
Let's hear what happens. See if the guy stops. I'm back on Rice Street, backseaters. Relatively quiet night. There's been a few calls, but what we got here? Bar closing up there.
36 minutes.
If you intoxicated intoxicated occupants coming out of there. Spot over on case and traffic. Difference without Bourne's being open down here in terms of traffic. Turn back around. I gotta still monitor the pedestrians coming out of the bar up here. Big party just getting over at 10:79. Is he going somewhere? Close. We'll just click on them. I can see the addresses. There's 200 car. Brighten that up a little for me though. Yeah, that's right. That's it. 1075, what do they got? People screaming. Female screaming over here on the Albemarle. Is in front, so we will go in the alley here and see what happens.
3935.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'll choose.
Copy.
The 75 is right here on our left. We will sit here and see if we can hear any screams.
$2161 status.
2161 code 4.
Actually, we don't know if screaming. Oh. There's a history of similar calls there. I was going to say we don't know for sure where the screaming came from, but sounds like we don't hear anything back here. A couple squads are at the front door. this call of this disorderly party on Selby. It's a ways away, but it's got a gallon-sized bottle of liquor. Better liquor than gasoline. There's two St. Paul cars on the way to the call. So this, we're going to start doing at least 3 broadcasts a week, hopefully 4. Mike and Steve, Thomas and
4446 status.
Joe.
Control.
Pat likes to go out with Fran or Ben, and of course on Fridays too. So get back to that regular rhythm. We got a lot going on in the Twin Cities here for the last couple months, but back to the normal routine.
$4446,
Two on 5 and 220.
Go for one in custody in 45 minutes.
Nine 37 stars. Control, zone field.
Okay.
Got some activity over in Minneapolis.
Traffic.
All right.
White Baron Burke, Robert Victor George 162.
Yep.
We're about to pull up in that apartment building where the guy's walking around disorderly with a gallon jug of alcohol. Hopefully it's not 180 proof. Needs to drop a cigarette into that. Poof.
$91.70.
70.
Please check your messages, please. 47 minutes.
You got somebody coming with you?
Yeah, I have someone supposed to take care of.
All right, let me know if you need help. I'll be around here. You bet.
Sorry, 4460. Go for it.
Heavy.
Go in the alley here. See if the. Well, it doesn't look like that's not actually an alley behind that building.
444. Go ahead. Reporting one adult female to the PD for further testing. Yep.
And then just one custody.
We'll go back in front. They go in case we can watch the.
W, you go further. Take your 49 minutes.
It's the building there. Yeah, it's some kind of accessories.
Yeah. 444 right. Copy.
Huh. We found the back of the building. Alright, we're looking for a drunk guy. Looks like I drive up there. Looks like there's an opening on the other side too. Maybe not. I think. No, I don't. Can I get in on the other side? Shouldn't be able to.
West St. Paul called back at Zippit stolen.
Either way on the other side, right?
Copy that. Thanks, Sergeant.
So that car that was those guys found over there that was stolen? I like this spot right here. I'm gonna see if it comes breaking out of the back door here. Let me just see if they've made it inside yet. Well, there's 2 cars on scene though.
3937, can you log .124, please?
Copy.
So there's a call here in this building, backseaters of a disorderly, suspicious guy in the halls that apparently doesn't belong here. But he's got a gallon jug of liquor. Two officers are inside. We don't know if they found them. Yeah, the call isn't that old, actually. But two of them went in. We always like to cover the back exits when people are bailing out. Squad right there, right?
Advising we have a pending alarm at Fuller Arena, 2441
from this end.
that covers office motion.
Selby Avenue was pretty active. Gotta give some credit to George Latimer, who redeveloped this street. Obviously it continued, but he provided the impetus. It's great development here. It's urban development action grants. Be nice to hear that the troops are okay in there before we bail out of here. I think this is the 125 code 4. We'll see right here.
4467 traffic.
Let's see.
4467.
Weaver and Ripley, Tom Henry, Henry 139.
All right, code 4 on the side there. A little while, probably locate the guy. Let's see what he's drinking. Yeah. Very good. Have a good night. You bet. See you later, buddy.
Premium AOA.
Well, I'll tell you what, backseaters. We're going to sign off in 2 minutes. Unless something happens. This is like an invitation to the backseater gods to determine if they want us to stay out. Almost 1 o'clock. Here's the important thing. Tomorrow night, 1 o'clock is actually 2 o'clock. I'm not sure if it's 2 or 3.
8197 traffic.
Daylight savings time starts tomorrow.
201 County Road 82 Echo, Minnesota license plate, David Paul David 828.
Yeah, tough time fitting in.
4041, we have a gym.
I gotta make one trip down Grand Avenue before we close it off. Haven't been down there tonight. Just gotta make sure all my Grand Avenue friends are doing okay.
We're going to start making our way home. Have a good night.
Adult mail to the PD for testing.
Thanks so much. Yeah, we're gonna wrap up in a couple of minutes, but thank you for being here.
Hold the out with 67. $91.75. Their code 4 clears it.
1 o'clock. All is well. Crime is at an amazing all-time low in the city of St. Paul and Ramsey County. Got a lot. St. Paul's got a lot of cops on the street. It's a good thing.
2161.
President Farmhouse 5919, Centerville Road, Unit 17, 86-year-old male concentrating. He's confused, weak, and has a fever.
61 copy. 4480, clear BT.
Copy.
Happens in the next half hour, so we'll sign back on. But go to sleep, get some rest, enjoy your day. Remember, daylight savings time starts soon. Appreciate you guys, and stay on the people that aren't kind on the Facebook. Let's just make this a kind comment.